guys, it's Melanie. Welcome to my channel. Today I have another reading vlog for you, so stay tuned. So as you can see, I am back home when I'm filming this. I'm actually post-filming it because I forgot to film an opener for this reading vlog. I just started filming things. So I thought I'd come on here and kind of let you know what you're about to see. So on Monday was supposed to be the shark dive, and well, the shark dive was kind of a bust. So we were supposed to do 3 tank dives. So we got out on the boat, and you're supposed to, like, when you get there, get in all your gear, jump off the boat, dive until you're done with that dive, and then you switch. When you get back on the boat, you switch out your tank. So you have 3 different tanks to use. So you get pretty much 3 dives. Okay, so dive number 1. We go and we jump off the boat, and everybody's like, go, 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 get down. And you're just supposed to go, you know, get down there as quickly as you can, you know, without dropping too quickly. But I couldn't get myself to go down, and I was trying and I was trying and I was trying, and I probably at most got down maybe 10 feet, and I would just keep floating back to the surface. And I finally was just like, I can't do it. I don't know why, but for some reason I can't get down. It was my first time having to use this wetsuit. I thought maybe it was just the wetsuit was causing me to float too much, because you have to add more weight when you're wearing a wetsuit. And so I go to, there's this little rolled up tube that you blow up, and it's like your rescue tube or whatever, and it's like bright orange, and you blow it up so that the boat can spot you and they can come to you. And so I was reaching for my little rescue tube thing and patted my pocket where I had it, and realized that I didn't put any of the weights on that I'm supposed to wear. And that's why I didn't sink. So I couldn't get down. And I'm like, I'm so stupid. I've never made that mistake before. So I had to go back to the boat because I couldn't get down to the depth without the weights. And so my mom continued down thinking I was going down, and got down there with everybody, and they were sitting, because you get to this like one spot and you just sit and watch while the guide brings the sharks to you and feeds them and everything. Well, she got down there and saw everybody that was down there, and I wasn't there, so she came back up to the top and ended up, you know, having to get back on the boat. So her first dive was cut short because of me. Then we go to dive 2. Also, I want to add that this whole dive should have gotten canceled because the waves were ridiculous, the current was ridiculous, the visibility was terrible, the boat was just bouncing all over the place. Most of the people on the boat got sick at one point and were throwing up. It was a mess. Okay, so now going on to the second dive. For the second dive, half of the people that were going on the second dive didn't even go on the second dive because they were getting sick. So the rest of us go, and we hop off the boat, and I'm like, okay, I've got my weights in, I'm gonna go down, I'm doing good. And for some reason my mom wasn't sinking, or it wasn't that she wasn't sinking, she was just staying higher up because she was having some kind of issue, and she was finally, like, you know, pointing up that she had to go up. So I went up with her, and something had happened with her tank, and she was almost out of air. So like her tank was leaking or something. She was almost out of air, and we had just gotten started. So I went up with her. I had to hold on to her because we were like way far away from where the boat was. Also, when she was going up, her little rescue noodle thing, she went to unclip it, and I guess she dropped it and she couldn't find it, and I happened to see it floating away, so I swam after it and I grabbed it and I brought it to her, and we got up to the surface and she blew it up. took forever for the boat to actually see us. I'm having to hold on to her because I didn't want her separated from me because she was running out of air. And I had plenty of air, so I was there so I could share with her if I needed to. It was, oh my gosh. We finally got rescued. She got on the boat first, and the current was so ridiculous that when I went to go get to the boat, I went right on past the boat, and while I was waiting for her to get on, and I was struggling, and they threw a rope out to me so I could hold on. I had to pull myself in. I was so exhausted. I hit my legs across the ladder going up. I've got bruises. Every muscle hurts. It was kind of a disaster. So that was the second dive. Because the conditions were so terrible and everybody, literally, like I said, half the people were throwing up after the first dive. After the second dive, other people were throwing up. And yeah, one guy, he literally spent maybe 5 minutes in the water total and was done for the whole trip. So the captain called it and canceled the third dive. So shark dive was a complete bust. So Mom and I had rented these tanks. So we had completely unused tanks that we couldn't get our money back for. So we decided we were going to go and, well, we were going to use them anyway. So there wasn't a good place to actually dive in the wild because there was nowhere where conditions would be okay. So we decided to go and scuba dive in the swimming pool at our hotel. So that's the footage you're about to see. And then after that, I didn't really film anything until I got home. I don't think. I could be wrong. You'll see here in just a second. Alright, roll that beautiful pool footage. Sunday, October 3rd, and I got home on Tuesday the 1st, but I didn't really vlog anything coming home. Did have a little bit of an adventure coming home. There was like a 2x4 in the road that I ended up running over, and it flung back and hit my mom's car and shattered all over the place. Luckily nobody was hurt and there was no major damage. She did have like a little scratched up around her bumper, and I think maybe she says something was broken, but nothing like functional or anything like that. Nothing that affects the way the car runs. So that's good. And it didn't, you know, injure her or anything. So that was good. Anyway, I have some packages and stuff to show you. And I wanted to tell you what I did read so far this week, which hasn't actually been a huge amount. Just what I've read in the car on the way home. So I listened to All the Bright Places by Jennifer Nevin, and oh my gosh, the books that I've been picking for car rides. So last week, or actually it was on Sunday, when we were driving up to the Jupiter, Florida from Key Largo for the shark dive, I finished listening to Going Bovine by Libba Bray, and that book was nothing like I thought it was gonna be, and oh my gosh, I was boo-hooing at the end. It was really good, but it broke my heart. And then, not realizing what all I had put like downloaded onto my phone, the next thing I listened to on my way home is All the Bright Places by Jennifer Nevin. Okay, so driving along, listening to this book, and there's some places that are like heart-wrenching, and I'm freaking driving through Atlanta, and Atlanta is absurd, and I'm driving through Atlanta and I am bawling. That was another 5-star book, but it hurt my heart. And so I was like, seriously, did everything I download, like, is it all going to be devastating to me? So I took a little break from reading, and I talked on the phone with my mom for a while, and then I started Alone by Lisa Gardner, which is what I'm listening to now. I'm only at 27% of that. And it's sort of a like detective murder mystery type thing, so it's okay. So that's where I'm at as far as reading goes, and I do have some packages that I want to show you. So they're ones that I've actually had for a while, and I haven't gotten around to opening them in a video, so I thought, let's do that now. Okay, I can't even remember what this is for. Oh, okay, I remember what this is. This is something I actually ordered for Xander. It was when you ordered your Midtown Music Festival tickets, you could order this as well. And even though the festival's over, it actually arrived after the festival. But it's cool. It's this poster with the lineup and everything. And I guess it's like a limited edition poster, and it's signed and numbered. Anyway, I got that for Xander. I thought he would like that, and he could put it on his poster wall. Okay, this next package here came all the way from Edinburgh, and I'm so excited about it. It took me about a bazillion tries to successfully order these. Every single time I went to order them, like I knew that they'd been restocked. By the time I got to the site to order them, they had already been sold out. Every single time. one day I got very, very, very lucky and caught it before they sold out. So I'm so happy. When I took it out of this, it looks like this. And it's my owl post. And it says, happy reading, love G. If y'all don't know, G over at Book Roast created these amazing bookmarks to go along with her amazing readathon, and I had to have them. So she created the magical readathon. She does newts and owls, and she created these bookmarks to go along with the newts. And let's see. Yeah, so here are all of these bookmarks. So we have them for the different classes. This is arithmetic, transfiguration, care of magical creatures, so cute, herbology, muggle studies, what exactly is the function of a rubber duck, defense against the dark arts, astronomy, charms, potions, divination, history of magic, and ancient runes. And on the back of all of them, you have your little magical readathon symbol. And I love these so much, and I am so excited to have them, and I look forward to using them for the owls and newts next year. Stick those there. Yay! Okay, what else do I have? Next, I have this package from Penguin. So when I pre-ordered Wilder Girls, I had an option of a couple of different things to choose from that I would like for my pre-order incentive, and I chose this underlined pillowcase, and it just says books and has like little snoozy Z's coming off of it, and I just thought it was so cute. Or actually it says books. So that's what was in the thing from Penguin. And then this last package is from Book Depository. I love that they always send you a bookmark. And this one says, like this bookmark, I'm usually tucked into a book. It looks like that. And on the back it has, this month I read blank, written by blank. This is my brief book review. It says, post a picture of your review on Instagram with hashtag Book Depository for a chance to win £100 for your next favorite books. Nifty. Anyway, so I actually have two copies of this book now. One was for Xander, and it was the hardcover, but I personally wanted the UK paperback because I got the UK paperback for the first book in this series, and so I'm happy to have the second book now, and Xander also has the second book in hardcover. But that is A Tunnel of Bones, and I think this cover just looks so cool. I love the little skulls in here because they go into the catacombs of Paris. And I've actually listened to the audiobook of this already and really enjoyed it. I listened to it when I was down in Orlando for BookNet Fest. I think it was part of the way down there, maybe like off and on while I was down there. Anyway, really enjoyed this book. I'm happy to have the physical copy now. So I think that's everything that I have that I need to show you guys for now. And I've got you caught up on my reading. And that's really it. I'm going to film today. I have 3 videos that I need to film, and I have a doctor's appointment I need to go to. Oh, and I also wanted to chit chat just a little bit with you about something that I'm changing with my channel, and some of it, by the time this video posts, you will have already maybe started to notice. So before I got back from this dive trip, I've been posting videos at least every other day, or I would have only 1 to 2 days between each video. And now I've decided that I'm going to spread out my videos just a little bit more, and I'm going to put 2 to 3 days between each video. That's pretty much going to equate to, instead of having 3 or 4 videos a week, I'm gonna have only 2 to 3 videos a week. Still multiple videos a week. However, in order to cut down on the videos and really on my time for doing all of this, I'm going to cut back a little bit on these reading vlogs. I'm still going to do them, especially when I'm doing participating in any kind of readathon. I will post reading vlog videos during that time. And like I said, I'm still going to have 2 to 3 videos every single week. I need to find a balance, because I'm spending almost every single day having to do something with YouTube. Whether it's filming several videos, whether it's spending a day or 2 days editing a single video. I literally have the majority of my day, every day, is spent doing something for YouTube. And I love doing all of this. However, I have a lot of other things that I either need to do or want to do, and they're falling behind. Hence the fact that it is now October. We've been out of our other house since March, the end of March. So April, May, June, July, August, September, October, 7 months. Wait. Well, pretty much 6 months. We've been out of our house 6 months. And we're just now having it almost ready to go on the market. Because I haven't had the time to go over and do as often as I needed to. And I would literally only get maybe a couple hours here, there, you know, maybe once or twice a week I could go over there. And it just wasn't enough time to do everything. And then that's also why my library is still not set up 6 months after moving into this house. I started working on it, and I've had to stop working on it repeatedly because I just don't have time to do everything. We're still living with boxes surrounding us everywhere, and I just need to find a way to have time to do all the other stuff that I need to do as well. So the way I've got things set now, like I've rearranged my calendar, and the way I have things set now, it will put it where Monday through Friday I'm working on YouTube. And then I will take off like Friday night and Saturday and Sunday to have time with my family and not be in front of the computer, to go and work on the other house, or work on unpacking this house, or setting up my library, things like that. And yeah, this way I don't have to worry about editing and stuff while I'm on trips, or like I said, on the weekends. And it's just going to allow me to not stress quite so much, because sometimes I'll have so much scheduled that if one thing comes up, if I have to go to the other house and do something, or if I have to go to the doctor's office, or if I have to do anything other than YouTube, my YouTube stuff piles up. And then I'm like, okay, I've got to do all of this stuff, and oh no, I can't go and do anything over the weekend because I've got to stay in the house and work on YouTube. And it's not so much fun when you're stressing and trying to get it done, and like, oh, I gotta stay up late and I'm not gonna get any sleep tonight because I gotta stay up so I can get this video posted tomorrow. And I don't want this to be a chore or something I'm forcing myself to do, because, well, it's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be fun, and if it's not fun for me, it's not going to be fun for you to watch. So I'm going to do this, and I'm still going to put out tons of content. I'm still going to do reading vlogs. They're just not going to be every single week, and I think it'll be okay. I hope it'll be okay, and I hope you guys will still stick around, even though I won't be doing quite as much or every other day. So yeah, that's all of my rambling for now. I'm gonna go and get ready for this doctor's appointment, and I will talk to you later.
Typically, when players try out for the tennis team, most of them have really never played tennis before. They may have gone out and played on the courts and hit around a little bit, but they don't have a lot of experience playing tennis. Tennis is kind of a unique sport in that while you're learning how to play it, you also have to keep your own score. Most other sports, you don't keep your score, somebody keeps it for you. And you have to make your own calls. Most sports, somebody else tells you if it's out or whatever. So they have a lot that they need to learn. Working with this team was a joy and a privilege. These players represented Loftus well by being competitive and demonstrating good sportsmanship. They followed tennis etiquette, which is different than most sports, and were serious about their matches, but they knew how to have a good time out on the courts. Later, I'm going to present individual awards for Heart of the Cougar, but I want to commend this entire team for playing with heart. There were some extremely hot days out on the court, but they all gave it their best and pushed to be the best. Both the girls and the boys had winning seasons with a 4-1 record, earning them second place during the regular season in our division, and 3 all-county spots for the girls and 3 for the boys. Now I would like to recognize a few outstanding players who were selected by their teammates to receive special awards. The Heart of the Cougar. The Heart of the Cougar goes to a young man who is new to Loftus tennis. He was always eager for a challenge to move himself up, which eventually earned him a position on the tournament team. Several teammates identified him as the guy who really loves to play tennis. I hope he continues in high school. The recipient of the Heart of the Cougar is Xander Benson.
Woo! So as you saw, Xander got an award. Yay. He's very proud of his award. I thought that was so cool. So when I got home, I checked the mail and I had a couple of things that I could show you, so I thought I'd do that. So my friend Cordelia over at Subscription Box Addict contacted me and told me that a friend of hers was starting a t-shirt company and asked if they could send me a t-shirt. And well, actually they ended up sending me 3. One for me, one for Xander, and one for my mom. And I will link their like Amazon link, because they're selling them on Amazon. So I'll link their Amazon thing down in my description below. But I thought that was really cool, and thank you, Cordelia. But I wanted to show them on here so that well, y'all could see them. Ooh, okay, so the first one I'm pulling out, oh, this one's mine, and it's very soft. So here is the first one. It's a Halloween-y one. It's cute. Got the little black cat. It's like vampire cat or something. It's cute. And then, oh, the next one's the one for my mom. This is in the color cranberry. So I got a, let's see, I got a female large. And this one is actually a men's large. And it looks like this. It says thankful and blessed. And then they also sent Xander one, and his is a kids 12, just to kind of give you an idea as far as size. And his is a dabbing Santa. How stinking cute is that? I thought it was adorable. I think Xander's really gonna like it. And that'll fit him good. If you like these shirts, go check them out. I think they have a couple of other designs, or I'm not sure. But I know they have lots and lots of colors and sizes to choose from. And then I also got my 2019 NaNoWriMo Survival Kit. Now, I don't, and this comes from Second Star Books, by the way. I don't know if I'm actually going to do NaNoWriMo, but I'm working on a book. And I may try to do it during NaNoWriMo. I don't know, because we have trips and stuff that are gonna happen during November as well. So we'll see if I'm able to get that done in November as well. We'll see. So let me open this up and show you what's inside. But I figured regardless of if I'm actually doing NaNoWriMo or not, this would still be helpful. So we open it and it looks like this. So everything's all wrapped up. Okay, that's just some paper. All right, so here we have, oh, wait. Oh, how fun. Okay, so these actually have word counts on them. So you're not supposed to open them until you get to certain word counts. So this is for the 10,000. It says 10K words, that's huge. 10,000, it's time to open your prize. And then this one's 50,000. This one's 20,000. This one's 30,000. 5,000. Sorry, Sasha. I just dropped that on the cat. 40,000. And this one is 1,667. Now, I thought they were going to do like some kind of workbook pages or something in here too to help you with planning for NaNoWriMo. I don't know. But still, I think this is really, really cool. And it's like, okay, I love those Once Upon a Book Club where you open the prizes or the gifts for each page, or for, you know, certain pages. And this kind of gives me that vibe, and I love that. I think this is one of those things that's going to be like good incentive to get writing done. That's fun. Okay, well, that is what is in this box. And I don't really know what those things are. And I'm not going to open them until I have those words done. Yeah. Even if I don't do it in November, I'm not going to open the gift until I have that many words done. Okay, so that's all the mail that I have to show you. And I've been listening to Alone by Lisa Gardner some more. I'm currently at 47% of that. And before too long, Marty and I, maybe Xander too, are gonna go to the other house and get some work done. Fingers crossed that we can get everything done that needs to be done over there. With the exception of moving the last few things out of the garage to over here. Everything inside the house will hopefully be done tonight, I hope. And then we can get the house finally listed. Okay, I'm gonna go and I'll just talk to you later. So last night, went over to the other house. I think we're finally finished. Oh my goodness. And we were literally there until about 5:45 this morning. I hurt so bad. Like this shoulder, arm, wrist, hand. Oh my gosh, my hand was so swollen. My fingers were so swollen. Neck is killing me. I was like down on the floor scrubbing stuff. I was down on the floor scrubbing like steam cleaning spots, or down on the hardwood floor scrubbing spots. I was scrubbing the stairs by hand because I had done some work and got like little paint sprinkles on the floor, so I had to scrub all that up, and pretty much just had to wipe down every surface. Had to clean the walls, the baseboards, all that stuff. So yeah, we were over there until 5:45 this morning and left, picked up breakfast, came home, ate, and then went to sleep. So I didn't actually I got to bed around 7 o'clock this morning. No, actually it was a little after 6:30, but anyway. And then I woke up at like 1:30 this afternoon. So yeah, I woke up barely able to move. I hurt so bad, but I've been working on editing for the most part of the day, and hopefully I can get this video finished tonight. It's taking a long time. It's my Music Midtown video from the music festival, and I'm having to be very careful with it so I don't get copyright issues. But last night I finished listening to Alone by Lisa Gardner, and there are a few triggers in this book. There's alcoholism, there's abuse, domestic abuse, child abuse, mental abuse. There's a pedophile, so there's sexual abuse, there's murder, because it's a murder mystery, suicide. There's a few instances of suicide mentioned throughout, and yeah, so I can see this being a very triggering book. I did have some issues with some of the stuff. Overall, the story was pretty interesting. There were kind of some twists, and you never really knew who did it. Downsides of the book, in addition to the triggers, were well, it's a detective novel, so there's a lot of description of, like, one of our main character is a sniper, and so, you know, he talks about in detail about guns and, you know, what he's seen and lining up shots and, you know, all the placement of all the things and putting things together. And so there's a lot of detail on that kind of stuff, and I really didn't care about all that. Other than that, the story was good. I think I would give it a 3.5. And oh, Xander and I have started Never Seen. We're currently on page 75 of this. There are a lot of pages. Oh my goodness. 672 pages. It's a big book. Anyway, we're gonna continue reading that. And I just checked the mail, and I have a Once Upon a Book Club spooky mini box. This is the spooky Halloween mini box. I got the sweet Halloween mini box as well, but I unboxed that in my massive bookish unboxing that I haven't gotten a chance to edit yet because I literally just filmed it. But you'll see that at some point whenever I get that video edited and uploaded. But this came today, so I thought, well, I'd go ahead and unbox it here because I don't want to wait until the next massive bookish unboxing, because that'll probably be after Halloween. So opening this up, it looks like so. If you don't already know, Once Upon a Book Club, their subscription box, you get a book, and throughout the book you get post-it notes that say open your gift for page whatever, and then you go into the box and you find the gift with that page number on it. And well, yeah, it's something that goes along with the story, and it's really fun, interactive way to read the story, and I love, love, love these boxes. So the Sweet Halloween mini box and the Spooky Halloween mini box are not part of their normal subscription. This was an extra thing you could get, and these, kind of like they describe, are mini. They don't have as many gifts as the normal box. I think the normal box might have, I want to say, typically 4 or 5 gifts, something like that. And I know that the Sweet one only had 2 gifts, and it looks like maybe the Spooky one only has 2 as well. But still a lot of fun, and a fun spooky Halloween-y read. Also, these mini boxes are less than the regular boxes. So let's just get right into what's in this box. So the first gift I see here is for page 228, and this is cute. It has, let me show you, it has little bats all over it. And then we have something rolled up in this plastic bag here. Try to keep it nice and tight so I can fit it back in the box. This is for page 184, and it's got like spider webs all over it. And then the book, which is tricky to get out because it's almost the exact same size as the box, so I have to actually dump it out. Okay, so this is a paperback called No One's Home by D.M. Pulley. That's a nice semi-floppy paperback. Floppy enough. And it also has a soft matte finish, which I love. Okay, this says, Secrets, Lies, Someone Dies. Margot and Myron Spielman move to a new town looking for a fresh start and escape from the long shadow of their past. But soon after they buy Rawlingswood, a foreclosed mansion rumored to be haunted, they realize they're in for more of the same, or worse. After a renovation fraught with injuries and setbacks, the Spielmans move into the century-old house, and their problems quickly escalate. The home's beautiful facade begins to crumble around them when their teenage son uncovers disturbing details of Rawlingswood's history. A history of murder, betrayal, and financial ruin. The Spielmans' own shameful secrets and lies become harder to hide as someone or something inside the house watches their every move. As tensions build between the family members, the home's dark history threatens to repeat itself. Margot and Myron must confront their own ghosts and Rawlingswood's buried past before the house becomes their undoing. Interesting. There's also a blurb from Matthew Farrell, best-selling author of What Have You Done? And it says, disturbing and creepy, and I loved every second of it. And then we also have a print. It says, 'Tis the gift to be simple, 'tis the gift to be free, 'tis the gift to come down to where we ought to be. And it's from this book. And then they mention their sweet and spooky full unboxing videos will be on Facebook Live and their Instagram Live October 31st at 6 p.m. EST. Okay, my battery's about to die, so I'm going to put these gifts away, and I will just talk to you later. So it is Monday morning, and I need to wrap up this video. So let's see. Earlier this week, on my way home from my dive trip, I listened to All the Right Places by Jennifer Naveen, and trigger warning in that book for suicide. It deals a lot with suicide and depression, and one of our characters is possibly bipolar. Nothing was actually confirmed on that, but it was a very emotional read, which was not the best thing when you're driving through Atlanta to be boo-hooing your eyes out. But it was really good. And then I listened to the audiobook of Alone by Lisa Gardner, and I started that while I was on my way back, but I didn't listen to it much then. I listened to it a lot when I was working on the other house, and that was about, it's hard to explain. It was sort of a murder mystery, but it started out with, you had a girl as a kid who was kidnapped and she was held underground by this pedophile for 28 days, and eventually she got out. She was saved. He went to jail for like 25 years, and now she, you know, from that point forward, she was never really the same little girl that she always was. And growing up throughout life, she was not the happiest person. And then she met this man. They got married. They had a kid. She had money. Things seemed to be going better. And then her son was sick all the time. There was something wrong with him pretty much from the time he was born. And her husband and her fought often. And then she is just about to commit suicide when something happens. Now, all of that is like in the first chapter. Okay, so that's not spoiling anything. That's all just in the first chapter before everything kind of begins. And there's like police called, and well, I guess I can tell this because really this is what the story is based on. So there's apparently a domestic dispute and gunshots have been fired. Police have been called. There's like SWAT everywhere. Our main character, or one of our main characters, his name is Bobby. I forget what his last name is. He's a sniper for the Boston Police Department. So he goes to the house next door and he's watching, and he sees the husband getting ready to pull the trigger, and he shoots and ends up killing the husband. So pretty much the entire book is this police officer dealing with this, because the man that he shot was like the son of a prominent judge, and they're saying that it's murder and that he didn't have reason to shoot and all of this stuff. So it's kind of figuring out all of that, and there's like a custody battle with the grandparents trying to take the son away, and then there's also this story of that pedophile got out of prison and is now murdering people, and he's coming after Catherine, the woman that was the little girl he had locked underground. So there's lots of different things going on. That's why I'm like, it's kind of hard to explain. But again, there's trigger warnings for physical abuse, child abuse, sexual abuse, mental abuse, suicidal thoughts, alcoholism. I think that just about covers it. There's a lot of triggers in that book. So go into it knowing that. All in all, it was a good book. Because of all the triggers, there were some things that I had issues with. So I think in the end I gave that one a 3.5. And I can't remember if I said or not, but All the Bright Places I gave 5 stars. So since I've been home, I started physically reading The Sound of Drowning, and I'm currently only on page 51. I've only gotten through the first 3 chapters. I read that yesterday, and all I know is it's about kind of a lost love and a new love found, or something like that. I'm guessing it's going to deal with loss and depression and things like that. I don't entirely know. Just kind of the vibe I've gotten from this. Xander and I started and read a good chunk yesterday too. Keeper of the Lost Cities, Never Seen. We are currently on page 196. So yeah, we've got a good chunk done. He was on fall break this week, so we're getting a little bit more reading done than we normally would. And then I was able to get the audiobook for Bendy and the Ink Machine, Dreams Come to Life, and I'm enjoying this. I don't entirely know what's going on just yet. I know that there's a guy named Bobby who was a delivery boy for a tailor, and he kind of hated that job, and he goes into this art studio to deliver a suit, and ends up getting hired as like the new gopher and artist apprentice, which is like, you know, dream job for him. And he's getting paid double what he would have gotten paid at the tailor shop. And sorry, my eyes are so itchy. And there's something going on with the ink. That's all I really know. There's some weird thing going on with the ink. And also Bobby is learning to try to draw bendy. And this is set, I don't know if it says on the back, but this is set like right after World War II time, because they talk about there's women working there, and he's like, he was surprised by all the women that worked there. And one of the women said that, well, when all the guys went off to war, the Mr. Drew of Drew Studios, what is it? Joey Drew Studios. When all the men went off to war, he needed to hire more people to continue the business, so he hired these women. And then a lot of men didn't come back from the war, so he kept these women on, and they did great work. So now when men come in, they're having to work for these women. And anyway, so that's all I really know at this point, and I'm almost not quite halfway through, which is interesting, but it is a good story so far. I'm enjoying it. Also, Buddy, he's got his grandfather there who's from Poland and is trying to learn how to speak English, and he's teaching Buddy how to draw. So yeah, that's really where I'm at with this book. So I completed 2, started 3 others, and that is where I'm at with this week. And I don't think I will be doing a vlog for next week, but I'm kind of backed up on other videos, so there'll still be plenty of videos. And like I said, I'm going to continue putting out 2 to 3 videos every week. I'm just not going to have quite as many reading vlogs, but I will still do them anytime I have a readathon that I'm participating in. Okay, I'm gonna go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye!